Hi, I'm Dan Maws with the Maws Group Real Estate Team. We are a full service residential real estate team. We also do dabble in commercial, serving the South Jersey area, all the way from middle of Burlington County all the way down to the shore points of Cape May. But primarily our main markets are Camden County, Gloucester County, Salem County, and Cumberland and the lower end of Burlington. In addition to serving South Jersey area, we do cross over into Pennsylvania as a few of our agents are licensed over there, and we've done a handful of transactions in that area. It's always about putting the customer first. No sale is too small, and definitely no sale is too large. We have a property right now under contract in Avalon for $6 million, and we've sold $30,000 piece of land just the other day. So we don't discriminate on any of that. We're here to help people through the process. So I think that is one of the key things that people see when they work with us. So I would say that the biggest habit or the best habit that has served me time and time again, I feel is follow-up. I think that's one thing that people don't realize, and I heard this a long time ago, was follow-up leads to 70% of our business. If you do not follow up with somebody, you are going to lose the opportunity to get to work with them. There have been clients I have followed up with for 10 plus years. I've never engaged with them personally as far as a transaction, but I've gotten referrals. I've spoken with them multiple times. They know who I am. They answer the phone when I call. And then when they are ready, they're going to come to me. And I think it's a follow-up in a non-aggressive way at times, like asking the right questions, just feeling them out, seeing where they're at, not calling them every month, but maybe every 3 months, every 6 months, adding them to my database, right? But I think that is something that people lose, because if they don't engage with them right away, or something goes south, or they lose the listing eventually, don't lose touch with them. Because ultimately what's going to happen is they're going to need your real estate help down the road. And it's not just about that person, it's about their network of people that they know, that you want them to think of you when it comes to real estate. So one of the key things that I've learned over the years in this industry was building a database, right? Building it, nurturing it, feeding it, and just harvesting the fruit that comes from it. So it's like watering a seed and like planting a seed and seeing the growth there. So if someone asks me if what I do is kind of old school, the answer is probably yeah, but it's the basics. And I think that's what people get away from, with technology and AI and all these different things. I think that people just try to leverage it too much and it becomes impersonal. One of the ways that I like to keep in touch with that is by calling on the birthday. It's easy to just send a Facebook message or a text message, but I try to make it a point to give them a call, whether it's a few days in advance or the day of. And then also, what I've learned to do was, everybody's bought and sold a house with us. They have an anniversary, and it's commemorating an experience and a timeline that they went through with us that was important to them. So I call or I text when it's their anniversary. It could be a 7th year anniversary, and it's just a good reason to reconnect with somebody. Look, we want to be there touching base with everybody, but not always have the time to do it. So it's good that I take a minute, and the feedback from agents is mainly like, wow, like you really do that? Yeah, that makes sense, right? So what we're trying to teach our agents here is to build relationships, not just make it transactional, right? It's transaction-driven business, but if the relationships have to go deeper, and that's what's so important for us, is making sure that our clients know that it's just not a one-time thing with us. And it's all about, the basic aspect of building a relationship that leads to a friendship ultimately over time. One of our team members, actually, this instance is important. So who is now on our team, Lauren, she was a friend and a past client, but she became a past client because I was one of the only realtors that would reach out to her and ask her, hey, if you ever need any help, let me know, or who do you know that's looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? And she would never get back to me. I mean, just absolutely never get back to me. But I would see her out. We had the same circle of friends. She worked at a local restaurant. I would see her. So she would say, hey, I got your message. Thanks for reaching out. Nothing yet, whatever. But then she wanted to go rent a property. Now, she could have reached out to any realtor out there, but she reached out to me. And then I gave her good service, thankfully. And that went well. So then when she wanted to buy a home, she came back to me. And then when she wanted to get into real estate, she asked me for my advice. So ultimately, I think just continuing to try to connect with Lauren and stay in touch, that led to much more in the relationship. On the other hand, some people don't like that touch. They don't like the call. I called somebody just today, wishing them a happy birthday, and they pretty much brushed me off. They were like, "Hey, I don't have time." I'm like, "Well, I'm just calling to wish you happy birthday. Hope all's well. All right, thanks." But ultimately, you're going to have some of that. You're not going to connect with everybody. It's hard for me because I want to connect with everybody, but ultimately, those conversations, even if it's a voicemail that you're leaving somebody, could lead to something down the road. You just never know. So I never want to stop doing it.